At my sister's engagement party, the lights were bright and the music was loud. Everyone was laughing, clapping, taking pictures, acting like life was perfect. I stood near the back, holding a glass of water, trying not to feel out of place. Then my uncle suddenly laughed and said loudly, "So tell me, is it true you own a $1.5 million house?" The music stopped. Not literally, but it felt like it did. My parents froze. My sister's smile disappeared. Every eye in the room turned toward me. Because 5 years ago, these same people used to say I would never succeed. They said I was lazy, useless, a disappointment. And now, they didn't know what to say. Let me take you back. Growing up, my sister Lily was everything in our house. She was beautiful, confident, and always praised. If she spoke, my parents listened, sighed. Me? I was invisible. When Lily brought home good grades, my parents celebrated. When I brought home better grades, they said, "You could do more." When Lily wanted something, they found a way. When I needed something, they found an excuse. I learned very early that love in our family was not equal. When I turned 18, I got accepted into a good university. I was proud, hopeful. I told my parents at dinner, waiting for at least one smile. My father nodded. My mother said, "We'll talk later." A week later, Lily announced she wanted a big engagement party. Suddenly, money was everywhere. Dress, ring, venue. When I asked about my tuition, my father said calmly, "We can't afford everything. Be realistic." That was the moment I understood my place. At 19, I left home. No support, no savings, no encouragement. My mother hugged Lily when she left for her new life. For me, she just said, "Don't embarrass the family." I worked night shifts, cleaned offices, delivered food. I studied during breaks and slept wherever I could afford. While my sister posted photos from vacations and parties, I counted coins to buy instant noodles. People think revenge stories happen fast. They don't. Mine took years. I failed many times, lost jobs, trusted the wrong people. But I kept going. Quietly. No announcements. No social media posts. I learned skills, saved money, made smart decisions. While my family talked about me like I was nothing, I was building everything. At 28, I bought a house. Small, not average. A $1.5 million house. Ocean view. Private space. Peace. Did I tell my parents? No. Because people who never supported your struggle don't deserve to celebrate your success. Then one day, my mother called. "She's getting engaged," she said proudly. "You should come." I almost said no. Years of silence. Years of neglect. But something inside me said go. Not to prove anything, just to close a chapter. The engagement party was expensive. Decorations everywhere. Fancy guests. When I walked in, people stared. Some whispered. Some gave fake smiles. My sister hugged me lightly, like we were strangers. My parents nodded, polite but distant. Then Uncle James arrived, loud as always. He laughed, raised his glass and said, "I heard something interesting about you." Everyone leaned in, looked straight at me. "Is it true you bought a $1.5 million house?" Silence. My mother's face turned white. My father whispered, "What house?" I smiled calmly. "Yes," I said. "I bought it last year." Gasps filled the room. Someone dropped a fork. My sister's fiancé stared at me like he was seeing me for the first time. My mother laughed nervously. "Stop joking." I took out my phone, showed pictures, documents, proof. No exaggeration, just truth. Nobody spoke. Someone finally asked, How did you do that? I answered simply, years of hard work. Then I added quietly, while others were supported, I learned how to survive alone. My mother tried to change the topic. My father couldn't meet my eyes. My sister pulled me aside, angry and jealous. Why didn't you tell us? She asked. I looked at her and said, you never asked. She had no answer. Later my father came to me. His voice was low. We didn't know you were struggling. I replied softly, you didn't want to know. That sentence hurt more than shouting ever could. I didn't insult them. I didn't embarrass anyone. I didn't need to. My existence was enough. That night, I left early. No drama. No revenge speech. I went back to my house. My quiet. My peace. And I realized something important. The best revenge isn't anger. It isn't shouting. It's becoming successful without ever needing their approval. They raised a daughter they loved, but ignored the one who would one day own a life they never believed in.